John chapter 9, starting at verse 1. And if you can, would you stand for the reading of God's word, please? John chapter 9, starting at verse 1 reads, As he went along, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Neither this man nor his parents sinned, said Jesus. But this happened so that the work of God might be displayed in his life. As long as it is his day, we must do the work of him who sent me. Night is coming, when no one can work. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Having said this, he spit on the ground, made some mud with his saliva, and put it on the man's eyes. Go, he told him, wash in the pool of Siloam. This word means sent. So the man went and washed and came home seeing. His neighbors and those who had formerly seen him begging asked, Isn't this the same man who used to sit and beg? Some claimed that he was. Others said, No, he only looks like him. But he himself insisted, I am the man. How then were your eyes opened, they demanded. He replied, The man they called Jesus made some mud and put it on my eyes. He told me to go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed, and then I could see. Where is the man, they asked him. I don't know, he said. May God add a blessing to the reading, hearing, and doing of his word. Let us pray. Gracious Father, I thank you for this scripture.
Yes,
I thank you for this word. I ask now that you anoint me now. Lord, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Amen. You may be seated.
Amen.
So I don't know what I've been fighting. I don't know if I have strep throat or what. Something was wrong. Something is wrong with my throat. I'm like, how am I going to preach today? Then Sister Orr had us sing a song that was in the clouds. And I thought she was going, y'all, because I sure don't remember rehearsing that on Monday. But we're not going to bust ourselves out because God did a fantastic job.
Amen. Yes.
But I reached up and hit a couple notes I didn't think I could hit. I said, well, Sister Orr didn't do this. She did this just for me so I could be able to preach. Woo! That song is high. But that's all right.
All right.
Because God knew what he was doing and he knew I needed. Let me keep going on. I'm messing with her, but let's do it from a spiritual standpoint.
Yeah.
Let praises rise, because I was thinking, I really don't get into numbers, but I thought it's going to be there's more people singing than it is in the audience when we first started.
Yeah. Yeah.
What in the world is going on? I was thinking, I'm like, I'm not going to let that bother me.
That's good. That's right.
But then I saw Anissa rejoicing after we got through singing. I'm like, that's what this is about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Numbers don't matter. And so again, I was so sad. I was coming home from another graduation party, and I got a call that said another black man been shot by the police. I'm like, I am so tired of having to get up in the pulpit and talk about this. When is it going to stop? And we have to come together. We have to pray that there needs to be something that happens to stop this.
Yes.
And if I'm understanding it, he was sick. Was it a boy? It wasn't a man. It was a boy.
No, he was 30 years old.
30. So it was two shootings yesterday. Wasn't it one downtown too?
Yeah.
So it's tough.
So,
But we as the people of God have to come together. We have to pray for protection of our neighborhood. So as we were singing their praises right from the inside.
yes.
I think that is so, the old folks used to sing something on the inside is coming up on the outside. And I think that's about that work, that transformative work that happens on the inside of us that gives us the ability to do good things. Let me say good things, loving things. I was in Cub this week and I was minding my business, paying for my stuff and was walking out. And a little girl, she came up to me and said, hey, you look like a grandpa. And I said, I am a grandpa. She said, I got 2 grandpas. I said, I bet you have fun with your grandpas. And her mom yelled out, didn't I tell you could never talk to strangers? Get over here. So little girl put her head down and went, and her mom scolded her in the line for loud, y'all. You know how the folks show out. So me, because usually when that happens, because oftentimes kids come, and I'm gonna get to the sermon. I'm preaching this already.
You preaching. That's all right. You preaching.
Kids usually come up to me and they ask for a hug, they ask to shake my hand, they do it all the time. And when their parents get alarmed, I tell them I work with kids, and sometimes kids can sense somebody who's healthy, and I'm not gonna do anything to your child. Don't get on them, just know they got a good sense or whatever.
Yeah.
I tried to start to talk to this lady after she had went off on her daughter. She said, "Sir, step back."
Wow.
I stepped back. I said, "Ma'am, you telling your child right, don't talk to strangers." I said, "But everybody, I don't want to hear you gonna say that kids know when a person's good. They don't know. Step back." Now I wanted to dialogue with her. I wanted to dialogue with her, but I knew that would not be a good thing.
Right.
And I thought about what I preached about last Sunday. When people will do stuff that will irk you to your core,
That's right.
but you still have to love them in spite of.
Yes, you do. Right. Yes, you do. Yes.
I wanted to tell the little girl she was okay. Couldn't do that.
Couldn't do it.
I want to tell the mom she was a good mom for protecting her daughter, but sometimes you can be overprotective and you can miss and you can yell at the wrong person because she may see me again. But I kept on stepping. I'm like, wow, the church has to minister to these types of attitudes on a daily basis.
Yeah. That's right.
People are hurting, people don't have hope, people are overprotective, people have been violated.
Right. Right.
And so I'm sure that reaction is a symptom of something that may have happened to her or somebody in her family. And I understand that. Yet we as the body of Christ have to get through that stuff. And so last Sunday, Pastor Allison gave a word to us. We must work the work of him who sent us while it is day. I said, well, let me go and preach that. I think it's important. And so as I read that, as you heard me, it's a whole lot of stuff going on in them 12 verses. You got a man who was blind, you got Jesus, you got the disciples asking, who sinned, his mama or his dad? Why does this bad thing happen?
Right.
And I think I want to start there. Because sometimes when bad stuff happens to folks, we automatically think it's because of sin. Or they did something bad. Or however we want to. I want to change our thinking in the understanding. Because the text says he was blind so that he can see God's work in his life. I think that's what the text says.
Yeah. Wow.
We have to understand. Nissa said trouble came. I bet all of us can raise our hand and say we got a little trouble.
Yes.
Little trouble. We need a little trouble. I tell y'all, we need trouble. We need trouble to grow. We need trouble to know we have to depend on God. We need these things to happen so we can understand really who we serve.
Amen.
It's funny, I found myself this week when I was having a bad day. Guess what I said?
What'd you say?
Lord, enlarge my territory. Where in the world did that come from? Hey, Anissa, I did like Joshua. Whatever my foot touches is mine. I said, God, bring this trouble. I said, enlarge my territory.
My God.
Now, if she hadn't been getting up saying that, maybe that wouldn't have been in my spirit, but that's what first thing came to my mind. So there was a switch.
That's right.
Instead of saying, God, enlarge the territory.
Thank you, Lord.
The reason I need my territory to be enlarged, and the reason you need your territory to be enlarged is because you all are lights.
Amen. That's true.
The text talks about us being light.
Yeah.
And you have this picture of, I got to work the work of him who sent me while it is day, when night cometh, no man can work. I believe that night has a couple of things that goes with it. So after we have the proper attitude, knowing that sometimes the people we help may not have done anything bad, but God needs to show himself strong in their life.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, we have to come back and say, okay, what is our role in this?
Yeah.
In working while it is day. We can say we got to work in our lifetime. But I want to take it further than that. We are missing too many opportunities on a daily basis. Evangelism does not start with shoving the Bible in somebody's face and saying, if you died right now, would you know your eternal destination? I am not saying that's not a good question. I'm saying that should not be the initial question.
Right.
And I think this sermon was going to be in concert with the fact that we was going to be serving lunch at 12:30 on 52 and Bryant. But we're not, so we got some more time to practice.
All right.
Because we are so fired up about getting people saved, and we should be.
All right.
But I think there's some practical things that we have to do initially before we get to that question. Which is, how you doing?
Amen. That's right.
What you like? What kind of food do you eat? Yeah, I'm being overly simplistic, but can we meet them at a natural place?
Say it. Amen.
Say it.
Yes.
Say it.
If we need to work the work of him who sent us, we are being sent by God the Father,
Yes.
who is the ultimate person that shows love.
Amen.
Why can't we do that? I'm not saying we don't, I'm just saying, but we need to.
Simple.
Amen.
Simple. In those conversations, you can get some good information. Then you can get to. Because sometimes somebody may look raggedy, but have more Holy Ghost than you ever would have imagined because you looked at the outside of product. Right? So that means we have a certain look. When we get to 52nd and Bryant, you can't look at a certain look.
No.
Say it. Say it.
I don't know where I'm going. Keep on going, brother.
Keep on.
Right direction.
Keep moving.
I want to get us out of being bougie saints.
Go ahead, Pastor.
I just made that. That just popped in my head. I think Sarita said she bougie, looking for a bougie house. Okay. And I'm going to throw this definition out here because just popped in my head. A bougie saint is somebody who thinks they're so sanctified. Now, when you are sanctified, you are set apart. You are set apart. That's what the word sanctified means. But some of us think we sanctified from the sanctified. If y'all don't know what that means, let me help you understand. There's a body of believers. We all been bought with a price. But you think you better than the body of believers that you with.
Oh, God.
There's no way. There's no way somebody can say. The Bible says there's no respect in person. They say that, we can't put ourselves higher than somebody else.
Say it, Pastor. Say it.
Come on. We all got bought with the same price that was paid on the cross. Guess what? Big sin, little sin. No, sin is sin. We all got delivered from sin, period. So there's no, hey, you were, I know Paul ranked himself. But I believe he was comparing himself to himself. I guess he was saying, I was the worst of the worst.
Say it. Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord.
He didn't say my sin was better than your sin. I know y'all don't do this kind of stuff. I know y'all don't, but it's good just to know that you sit in a church that can tell you the truth. So you'll have a clear understanding that you're no better than anybody else. And this is setting up for us. We all have a Holy Spirit living on the inside of us, and we all have access to that power.
Amen.
Right?
Yes.
And we have to know that. That's about us being able to know that. But the bougie saints who think that they don't have to do anything and they need to be served, Man, for real, God, that's what we doing.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Now, that's not where it's supposed to go.
That's all right.
Help us, Pastor.
Let me keep going with it, though.
I believe it is.
'Cause, man, okay. Yeah, y'all, come on.
Amen.
Jesus came to serve, not to be served.
Say it.
Amen. Yes.
As we go to 52nd and Bryant, I'm setting y'all up because since we can't go there, Jordan is having their cleanup day on June 30th. So you want to help out with that? Talk to me after service. We're cleaning up the neighborhood. Serving.
Amen.
How is that building the kingdom? Clean up your neighborhood and see.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
I guarantee you, if I go out across the street and some kids see me picking up paper, when they be out in the club, be out there picking up paper, and they see me picking it up, what you think they get ready to do? They get help. They get help me.
Yeah.
What you doing, sir? Y'all picking up this paper, help me get it out. Now, how they gonna help me get it out? Then we gonna talk.
Yeah.
That's right.
Amen.
Like the little boys that play basketball in my backyard that move the garbage cans, don't put them back. We're gonna have a conversation. Guess what the end conversation goes? First, I'm gonna tell them they can't play unless they put the garbage cans back the way I had them.
Right.
Then I'm gonna say, well, since y'all play on my court every day, why don't y'all come to church with me one Sunday? Then I'm gonna bring them up in here. You're gonna have them little hard-headed youngins up in here.
That's all right.
One of them may be a deacon, one of them may be a preacher, one of them may be a president, one of them may be a city councilman. And it can all be dependent upon how you let your light shine to these little kids.
That's good.
Amen.
But if you sitting over here thinking that you've already arrived
Well.
in your sanctification, sanctification is a process.
Yes. Yes.
Meaning you're not finished being sanctified totally until you get to heaven.
Say it.
So along the way, we're going to have tests that try our faith, that work on who we are in Christ. Woo, some people arguing with my theology right now. I thought once we're saved, we are. Yeah, you are, but it's still a process.
Right.
Because we want to mature.
Amen.
We don't want the same thing that tripped us up in 2015 tripping us up now, right?
That's right.
We want to mature.
Amen.
So if we had trouble serving, let's learn how to serve. Picking up paper. What a ministry. For real? I can win somebody to Christ by picking up some paper? Absolutely. Yes. That's called being humble. That's talking about working the work of him who sent you out in his day. To me, that's about being wise, light, and figuring out any means necessary to get into some type of conversation where you can present Christ to somebody. Because people are watching you. I had a person come up to me yesterday at one of them parties and say, man, I hear so much about you. Keep doing what you're doing. What I hear is you the man. Now, it made me feel good. Let me be honest. Yes, it did. But I told him I don't do that for that. I'm just trying to work. I said, I'm just trying to work the work of him who sent me.
All right. All right.
Good.
If he's glorified, I'll be all right.
Yes. Yes.
That's the key.
That's right.
That's the
Amen.
key. Yes, sir.
And I done went a different direction, but I want us to learn how to spit and make some spittle.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He spit on the ground
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
with some mud,
Yes.
and he poured it around,
Yeah.
put it on the man's eyes, and he told him to go to the pool of Siloam and wash it out.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying y'all need to spit on it. If God tell you to do it.
Amen.
But I'm saying metaphorically, what does that mean for us to spit on the ground and make some spittle where somebody can see more clearly? I can tell you what that means. Testify, testify, testify. brought you from A to B, from B to C, from C to D, and how you're working on getting from D to E.
Yes.
Did y'all hear what I said?
Amen.
Why is that spittle? Because spittle could be nasty.
All right now.
It can be icky. It can be something, there ain't no way in the world I'm going to put that on my face. You just spit on the ground, you want me to put it on that face? But he was blind. He didn't know. But I guarantee you, if he had another ailment and they knew God, Jesus could heal him, I bet he wouldn't care.
That's right.
Would y'all care? Can I tell y'all something? My shoulder been giving me problems for the last 3 weeks. If somebody, if one of y'all can spit on the ground and put it in some mud and say you can put it on my shoulder and my shoulder will feel better, I say go do it. I don't care. Just make me feel better. We are handling that kind of information spiritually. People are hurting so bad.
Yeah.
But we won't spit on the ground. We cannot afford to be ashamed of our deliverance.
Say it.
You were delivered so somebody else can hear your story.
Amen.
Hey, y'all. I ain't telling nobody that one. I don't care what you say, G. Trust God long enough.
That's right.
You may not have to testify in front of everybody. But can I tell you, if you trust God, He will put you in a situation where you will have to tell that thing that you say, I ain't telling nobody. You will be so involved in the moment and you'll be so connected to God and you'll know those are the words that can set somebody free.
Yes.
Somebody can be set free because of your experience, your negative experience. Sometimes we get it twisted. How we always talk about how being saved is cherry and ice cream. We always on the mountaintop. And I know y'all have heard these words before, but I think we need to reiterate that living for Christ is hard. Y'all didn't think I wanted to argue with that lady in the Cub? Man. Hey, you out your mind yelling at me, telling me to get out your space, and I'm trying to be respectful. What? Shoot. But no, you gotta love them. You gotta let your light shine.
That's right.
You gotta spit on the ground, put it on people's eyes, so then they can say, who did this? Because when their friends see them after they have experienced you, not you, the Jesus in you, transformation has happened, and they gonna say, woo, you are different.
Right.
You are different. What happened? They can say, I got a touch from the Lord. But somebody help me. I bet if you question Lecrae's mentor, he saw something in Dr. Austin's son, the same son who was, when we were in Dr. King's church, he asked to sit in Dr. King's chair. He said, can I sit in the chair? The tour guide said, we have never let anybody sit in Dr. King's chair, but we're going to let you sit in it.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
That's the kind of favor that's on his life.
That's right.
They said they never let anybody sit in Dr. King's chair. So of course, when we get back, man, what made you ask that? Dude, what's wrong with you?
Amen.
He just did like that. That's what he did.
Amen.
What made the tour guide say yes?
Praise the Lord.
Right.
Praise the Lord.
Now he gets to go with Lecrae to Ghana.
Yes.
That man saw something in his eyes. He really saw something in his heart.
Yeah.
And he could do something about it. See that? A trip to Ghana. They probably gonna make sure he get enough money to go.
Yeah.
If not, we gonna make sure he goes, right?
Hallelujah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure he goes.
Praise
Y'all, now he don't go to the church. So what?
Amen. Preach, Pastor. Preach the
So
word.
what?
Preach the word. Preach the word.
We talking about investing in somebody
Yes.
who could be a worldwide minister.
Yeah.
If you know him, you'll see. You get to talk to him, you understand what I'm talking about. But I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. Somebody's going to help him
Yeah.
because of his heart. Just like he saw that in Dr. Austin, we need to see that in other people's eyes and let them pull stuff out of us
Say
so
it.
we can pour into them.
Preach the word.
Quit thinking you don't have anything to spit on the ground with.
Say it.
Thank you, Lord.
Say it.
My little old dry, boring life, I haven't done anything worth helping somebody. Come on, y'all. Y'all gonna play God that cheap?
Oh, go get it now. Speak the
God picked us all up
Yes.
out of some situations. Okay? He got us for somebody else.
Yes.
Y'all, I didn't know this sermon was gonna go this way. This is not how I mapped it out, but I'm preaching it how it's coming.
Amen.
We have to get in practice of getting that spittle, having faith, and putting it on their eyes,
Yeah.
and walking them through it.
Yes.
And you're not beating them over the head with the Bible initially.
No.
I think sometimes we beat people over the head with the Bible because we don't know that we don't have anything else to do. We don't have any interpersonal skills.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Tell the truth. You want to say that again? Amen.
What you mean, no interpersonal skills? You got to be able to talk to people. Talk to people in relationship.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm done. These two little preachers right here, right there.
In the name of Jesus.
Y'all see them? I want y'all to make sure y'all see Jackson and Josiah. Where they at right now? I said two preachers
Yes. Yes.
In the name of Jesus.
that will have a story.
Amen.
Y'all watch what I say. I say Cheo gonna be the first Sunday, the little bunch, then them two.
Amen.
Watch what I say. Why you say them?
In the name of Jesus.
Because God's hand of protection
Yes.
has been around them.
That's good.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes. Yes.
He's protected them
Yes.
for such a time as this.
Yes.
They don't understand that. So it's our job.
That's
It's
good.
not just Brownlee's job. It's our job to help cultivate these young preachers.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
So what you saying? Do we need to suit them up and give them a big Bible and let them walk around? No. You need to go to their baseball games on Monday. They play at 6:15, different parts. Go see them play. Invite them over.
Amen.
Y'all hear me talking? I'm preaching.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Yes.
You need to put a toy in their hand, find out what they like. They love puzzles. Am I telling the truth, Jackson Josiah? Y'all like to do puzzles? I know you do. We used to do them all the time. I know. They love them. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Because sometimes we get ministry jacked up.
Right. Right.
Right.
Intercede for them.
Yeah.
Intercede for their parents, their aunts, their grandparents, their great-grandparents, all of that.
Amen.
We're going to do what we can
Yes.
to help them be who they are, who God's going to call them to be.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
In the name of Jesus.
Call me. They 9, y'all 9, 9,
Yeah.
10. Okay, 10 years old. I remember they was born.
Yes.
We dedicated them at 15, 15. We got some powerful kids in our church.
Yes. Amen.
It's our job to help them, right? Let our light shine. We got to work the work of him who sent us while it is day because night is coming.
Yes.
Satan is another metaphor for night. Darkness is coming.
Yes.
All this shooting and all this stuff that's going on, Satan is in the minds of people. But we can combat that
That's right. That's right.
with the power that lives on the inside of us. Let's be warriors. Let's be strong. Let praises rise from the inside.
Yes.
From the inside.
Yes.
That's what it's about. What are we putting on the inside of our being?
That's right.
What are we fortifying ourselves with? See, when you do what God tells you to do, you have an eye. You can spot people
Say it.
you need to talk to from a mile away.
We sure can.
Not only that, you can get the courage when you feel gun shy. Because there's going to be some folks that make you gun shy. But you have to keep on going. Trusting that God has the final say. And that God's going to get the glory. Let's pray. God, thank you for a chance to talk to your people. I ask that you let this word fall to the ground. Let it take up seed and germinate and push us to let our light shine. Let us be able to make spittle. Let us understand the time. It is daytime and we have to work while we got a chance. Because night is coming. I thank you for what you're going to do. In Jesus' name, amen. Have the pastors come up.